Good morning, everyone, and welcome to class today. It's lovely to see you here. So today we're going to be doing 30 minutes Pilates for beginners. So whether you are an absolute beginner, you've been doing Pilates for 20 years, or you're anywhere in between, this class is really going to work for you. We're going to just go back to the basics. We're going to refine our technique. We're going to connect with our core. It's going to be fabulous. And if you want to stick around for the chat, I'll come back afterwards and answer all your questions. All right, so let's get going. Coming onto your mat, I'd like you to come right to the front of your mat. Okay, so right to the very front with the feet hip width apart, tummy pulled in, and just draw the arms down. I want you to think of opening across the collarbones. So we get that little gentle stretch. We're going to take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to take your chin to your chest. Try and get it right down. Then pull your tummy muscles in and start to round the spine forward. You're going to go as far as you can with the legs straight. And then when you feel it kicking into your back a little, let's soften the knees so we can go down the rest of the way, all the way down to the floor. And take a deep breath in. Breathing out, you're going to uncurl the spine and come all the way back up. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. And then exhale, chin to the chest, bending the knees and rolling down. Good. Inhale there. And exhale, coming all the way back up. Last one, deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest. Rolling down, bending the knees. And this time, once you're down, you're going to bend the knees all the way down and then bring yourself back and lie down on the floor. Okay, so here we go through all the basic, or I say classical exercises. So let's have the arms down by your side, feet fairly close to your bottom. Hands pressing down. So you're going to take a breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, I want you to pull your belly button inwards, tilt your pelvis, and start to peel the spine up off the floor. So it's a lovely fluid movement. You're going to inhale at the top. And as you exhale, you're really softening through the heart, through the chest, and you're coming back down. So think of this lovely kind of movement like this through the spine, yes? So take a deep breath in, exhaling to tilt, and roll that spine all the way up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, so draw the tummy in, and then coming all the way down through the spine. And again, deep breath in, exhaling to tilt. And roll that spine up. Inhale to hold. And exhale to come back down. We'll do one more deep breath in. Exhaling to tilt. And roll that spine up. Inhale to hold. And exhale, coming all the way back down. Well done. So now we're going to bring our legs to tabletop position. Okay, so tabletop is where the knee is just above the hip bone. So lift your right leg, then your left leg, and then you're going to squeeze those legs together. You want your shins as far as you're aware, flat there, parallel to your ceiling. Arms out to the side. Now, don't allow those knees to go away from you. So you want to feel you're pulling in slightly on the tummy. And then you're going to inhale, taking the knees over to the right. Don't go too far. Exhale, pulling them back to the center. Then you're going to go the other way. Inhale as you go over. And exhale, come back to center. So stay looking up if you can. Inhale. And exhale back. So we're just moving the lower part of the body. Inhale over. And exhale up. Inhale over. And exhale up. Good. Inhale over. And exhale up. Last two. Inhale over. And exhale up. And inhale over. And exhale up. Well done. We're going to take the right leg down, the left leg down. We're going to lengthen through that spine. We're going to interlace the fingers, take the hands behind the head. We're going to open the elbows. We're going to try and keep that pelvis nice and still now. So we're taking a breath in, and on the out breath, I want you to pull the tummy in and try and keep your pelvis still and lift the top half of your spine. Okay, and what we don't want to do is no movement here. So you've got to actually work very hard to keep this part of the body still. Inhale, exhale to come back down. Deep breath in. And exhale to lift. Inhale to hold. And exhale to lower. Just two more. Deep breath in. And exhale to lift. So you want to make sure that you're not feeling your lower back on the floor. We're trying to be in a neutral position. Deep breath in. And exhale to lift. Inhale to hold. And exhale to lower down. Now we're going to add to that movement. So we're going to take a breath in. We're going to breathe out. We're going to lift back up. And now once again, keeping the lower body still, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to rotate your upper body to the right. So it's like you're trying to look just past your right knee and then come back to center without dropping down. Exhale. So think of almost lifting up a little and then rotating left. And back to center. Exhale, rotating right. And back to center. Exhale, rotating left. And back to center. Last two. Right. And back to center. And left. And back to center. Take a deep breath in. Try and come a little bit higher. Little bit higher. Now let's see if we can release our arms. Pointing forward, staying up, take a breath in. Exhale, come a little higher. Good. Now lift the arms all the way up and take them overhead. Circle them around to the side and back down by your side. Okay, so keeping our pelvis still, that's our focus with a lot of these movements. We're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, think of lifting from the middle of your thigh and just lifting that leg up to tabletop. So it's going to work you on your lower abdominals and your hip flexors. Again, you're not allowing your spine to move, and that's where you get that core work. So you keep that part of the body still, you lower, and then you lift. You lower, and you lift. And don't be afraid to make noise, to do your deep breathing. I love that. Inhale, exhale, pulling in. And one more. Inhale, lower. And exhale, pulling in. And take that leg down. Let's go on to the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. And one more. Lift. And lower. Well done. Now we're going to bring our right leg back up. And we're going to do the leg changes. So this is where we're going to move both the legs at the same time. This becomes more of a challenge. You've got to keep pulling in on the tummy so you don't arch your back. Okay, so just put your hands on your tummy for a minute and just feel the tummy muscles pulling in away from your hands. Now I want you to check underneath your spine that you can feel a little gap. okay? But you're not arching. So you want to think about just pressing down gently on your fingertips. So not squashing them, but just pressing down gently. Now try and hold that position. Place your hands by your side. Take a breath in and switch the legs. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. 2, 1, and bring the legs down. That's wonderful. I want you to roll onto your side. Come on up to sitting. And we're going to go into the roll up. So everything I'm doing today, I'm doing with the assumption that you are a beginner. Obviously, if you know what you're doing, you can do the more advanced versions or the more flexible options. But I'm just thinking about all the beginners who are with us today. All right. So let's have the legs together. Let's have the hands underneath. And let's just use our arms to lift our spine into a nice upright position. All right, then from here, you're going to take a breath in and you're going to breathe out. Imagine someone's pulling out the lower part of your spine. So it's like you're trying to pop the spine out at the back there. And then you're going to inhale to come back up. So you're going to exhale, drawing the tummy muscles in. And inhale up. One more. Exhale, draw the tummy muscles in. And inhale up. Now we're going to go into our roll up. So you're going to take a breath in here, breathe out, do the same thing. So draw the tummy muscles in, keep the hold, and let's try and come back. Let's try and get to our waistband. Okay, you may not. Let's see how you do. The idea is to try and get to the waistband. Take a breath in there. Breathe out. Now pull the tummy in and keep pulling in as you come up. So keep pulling those tummy muscles in as you come up. And then I want you to lift up through the spine. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull the tummy muscles in. Coming back. That's it. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Coming up and lift up through the spine. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Coming back. Inhale. And exhale. Coming up and lift up through the spine. Now you're going to take a breath in. We're going to go back down, but we're going to continue down. So we're going to go down to the waistband. Okay, maybe to the back of the ribs. Keep your chest up though. And then I want you to bring your right leg up, pull the tummy and bring your left leg up. And then you're going to take your arms overhead, turn the palms to the ceiling. So we're back in tabletop. We're going to do the 100 preps. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to breathe out, lifting the arms, head and chest up. And then you're going to inhale to go back down. So you're going to exhale as you lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Exhale to lift. And inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. And one more. Exhale to lift. And inhale to lower. Now take your arms back out to the side. Let's lower the left leg down. If you can, extend it along the floor. And with your right leg, you're going to extend it to wherever feels comfortable. But I'm going to suggest, unless you're super flexible and advanced, you're going to keep your leg bent today, okay? So we can keep that position, that neutral position, yeah? So you've got that little gap underneath here, but you're not arching your back. You're feeling the work deep down here in the core. And now we're going to take the knee across the body and circle it around and up. So across, round and up, so little circles. And we're going to go quite fast. You might hear my hips clicking a little. Sometimes they click on this. And around, and around, and 3, 2, 1, and back. Let's go the other way, so circling out. So your leg is in a fixed position at the knee, and we're just moving from the hip joint, nice little circles. So this gets all the synovial fluid going in the hips. 2, 1, and then you're going to take that leg down, extend it along the floor, and let's bring the left leg up. Okay, so think of resetting that body, resetting the core, arms out to the side. Here we go. So we're going to go inwards. So nice little movements, circling in. We're not going to worry too much about the breathing on this one today. Just keep breathing and just think of that lovely circular movement. And 2, and 1. Let's go the other way, going out. That's it, good. Nice little circles, trying to keep your pelvis still, trying to keep your spine still. And 2, and 1. Well done, and bring the leg down. Okay, so I'm going to try and do the 100 with you, or we are going to do the 100 today. If you have any tension in your neck when you're doing this exercise, please put your head down, okay? But do everything else. So we start with our legs in tabletop. All right, we're going to reposition that spine. So we want that little tip back. You're not flattening your back, but you can feel that little bit of pressure on your fingers, okay? And then you're going to reach your arms overhead. And we're going to do, this is a breathing exercise, a core exercise, and an endurance exercise. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to exhale to lift up as we did earlier. That now we're going to stay at this height. Nice strong arms, because we work the shoulders, and you're going to start moving your arms like this. Okay, so just start with this and keep the movement quite small, but keep those arms strong. So there's no movement at the wrists or the elbows. It's all from the shoulders. Now you're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Bring the head and chest down. Bring those legs down. And then from there, we're going to try and come up. So keep your knees bent. Reach your arms overhead. Turn the palms in to think of your roll up. You're going to inhale to move the arms, head and chest. And if you need to, you're going to hold on to the legs and you're going to bring yourself up. Keep pulling in until you're all the way up to sitting. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to separate our legs. Well, keep the knees bent today. Obviously, if you're really flexible, you can do all of this with the legs straight. But again, I'm really trying to help those of you, the majority I know have a little bit more tightness here. So we're sitting up with the knees soft. Have your feet about the width of the mat. And let's have the back nice and upright. So you're going to visualize your back's against a wall right now. So as straight as you can be. You're going to have your arms out in front of you. Palms facing in. Now just roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Let's go into our spine stretch. So the word is the clue, spine stretch. So we're not working from the hips, but we're going to work through the spine. You're going to take a breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to take the chin back to the chest. Just like we did at the roll up at the beginning. Now think as if you're peeling off a wall. So you're starting from the top of the head and you're trying to curl your spine forward. But imagine there's something in your lap, like a ball or a football or something that's trying to stop you. So you've got to try and get over that ball. So it's really emphasizing the stretch in the spine All right, we're trying to hold back here, the bottom part, and really flex the top part of the spine. That's it. You go as low as feels okay for you. Try not to let your head drop below your arms, though. Then you're going to take a breath in, and you're going to breathe out, drawing in, and coming all the way back up. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. Exhale, so the chin goes to the chest. Think of the spine lengthening, and at the same time, it's curling over. All right, it's a very hard exercise, I think, for a lot of people to understand this one. In my experience, it's one of those ones people take a long time to learn. Inhale, exhale. Coming back up, because it's quite a subtle movement, isn't it? But you'll feel it here in the arms. We'll do one more. Deep breath in. Breathing out into the chest. Rounding forward. Feeling that stretch through the spine. It feels lovely when you do it. Inhale. And exhale. Coming all the way back up. Well done. All right, so from there, we're going to come on to our side. And you're going to have bottom arm out, both legs out, one leg on top of the other. We're going to try and find our side lying neutral position. So to do that, you're going to bring your feet slightly forward of your hips. And then you're going to look at your hips and just check that they're not rolling back like this or rolling forward. We're trying to be completely on our side. And when you are, it feels very unstable. And that's the idea. It's going to challenge you and really make you work your core, particularly the oblique muscles here. So we're going to put one hand in front on the floor, relax the neck, and then you're going to breathe out, pull the tummy in and try and float the legs up off the floor. And then you're going to inhale to lower. So you're going to exhale to lift, and you're going to inhale to lower. Good. Exhale to lift and inhale to lower. Exhale to lift and inhale to lower. Exhale, lift and inhale, lower. And one more. Exhale, lift and inhale to lower. Now I want you to bend your knees, push yourself up onto your elbow. So elbow is underneath the shoulder there, and we're going to have the top leg out. Okay, so reach it out. Let's have the arm out. So we're going to push into this elbow and this knee to lift ourselves up. So you're coming up to here. Then you're going to go over with the arm. And as you do, you're trying to lift your hips here. So we're really working through the oblique muscles. And you're going to come back to the T and lower back down. So you're going to inhale to lift. Exhale over. Inhale up and lower down. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale over. Inhale up and lower down. Well done. Come on up. Let's go do that on the other side. So lying down, palm is up at this outstretched arm, feet slightly forward. Okay, make sure your neck is relaxed. Take a breath in, breathe out and lift both legs up and inhale to lower down. So lifting up and inhale down. Trying to keep as stable as you can. That is the challenge. And down. Exhale, lift and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower, and one more, lift and lower. Well done. Bend those knees, come on up. Let's place that elbow underneath. Okay, let's reach that top leg out. Let's think of lifting here through the side. Arm out, you're going to breathe in to lift up. Breathe out, take that arm over, lifting those hips. Inhale. and exhale down. So this is a good way to prep for the full exercise. Inhale, exhale over, inhale up, and lower down. It's just one more. Inhale, exhale over, inhale up, and lower down. Now we're going to extend both legs. You're going to roll onto your front, and you're going to bring yourself down onto the mat. So all the way down, we're going to bring our legs together. We're going to have our hands resting. I say resting, they're actually quite active. They're on the thighs, around the back of the thighs if possible, and then head down. So basic back extension. You're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, think of the head and the neck lifting, the chest coming away from the floor, but you're lifting it at the same time, feeling length through that neck. So we're not pushing the chin forward. If anything, we're slightly tucking the chin and lifting up. And then lower back down. Keep the hands off the ground. So exhale to lift. And inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And lower. We're going to do two more. Exhale to lift. And lower. Last one. Exhale, lift. And lower. Well done. Let's have the hands underneath the shoulders. You're going to push yourself up, come into a kneeling position. And let's do the cat stretch. So hands are under the shoulders. All right. Creases of the elbow facing towards each other. All right. And you can take a breath in. Breathe out, pull the tummy in, tuck the tailbone under, rounding that spine, giving yourself a lovely big stretch. Inhale and exhale, going back the other way. Deep breath in and exhale, tucking under. Inhale and exhale, back the other way. Deep breath in. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale. And exhale, back the other way. One more deep breath in. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale. And exhale, back the other way. Well done. Now you're going to come and sit on your bottoms. And we're going to finish today with a rolling movement. This is the first of the rolling movements. Any issues with your spine, you don't want to roll, you're going to do what we did at the beginning, which is the half roll backs, okay? This exercise. For those of you that would like to try the rolling, let me talk you through. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to bring the feet in. We're going to close the knees. And we're going to put the hands on the shins. So if this is something you're not sure about, you can also put the hands under the thighs. That gives you a bit more support. Okay, and then what you're going to do from here is keep your elbows close to your body. Pull your tummy in and just tip back. So we're rounding that spine like we're doing a roll up. Okay, and then once you're in that position, you're going to pull the tummy in and try and float the feet off the floor. So now we're balancing on our sacrum, and we're going to try and keep this shape, but use our deep tummy muscles to roll back on the spine. Okay, so you've got to really hold that position. Now just keep pulling your tummy in and you'll feel yourself falling back. Let that happen. Inhaling as you go back, exhaling to come up. And again, so you draw the tummy in, you keep pulling in. We're going to go slow. You're going to fall back, inhaling back, exhaling to come back up. And again, drawing the tummy in, falling back. Nice and calm. You want to feel the movement coming from your tummy, from your pelvis, not from your shoulders. Back and up. Should we do one more? Hand drawing in, tipping back. And up. Well done. Let's place those feet down. We're going to push off our hands so we can come forward. So we're back at the top of our mat with our hands down, head down. Take a breath in. Breathing out, you're going to press your heels down and your bottom up to wherever you can get to. So if you can't straighten your legs, don't worry. Let's take the hands off the floor. So you can just let yourself hang there now. So if you need to, you can have your knees bent. All right, just let the head hang. Just turn your head right and left. Just releasing any tension if there is any tension there. Then you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to breathe out, uncurling that spine. Coming all the way up to standing. You're going to breathe in there. Breathe out. Let's go back down. Chin to the chest. This time, see if you can keep your legs maybe a little straighter. Seeing how much more flexibility you've got from the beginning of class. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back up. And one more deep breath in. And exhale, chin to the chest. Rolling yourself down. Inhale. And exhale. Coming all the way up. And there you go. That's your class for today, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to press the like button, especially press the subscribe button because I'm really trying to build my subscribers. And if you'd like to stick around for the live chat or watch the live chat, I shall come and talk to you now. Okay, everyone. Well done. I hope that was good for you today. Let me know what you thought there with the class. I tried to keep it really simple and structured and clear today because I know we've got lots of people joining us now. I wanted to make sure that you kind of understand those basics, but also for those who've been doing it with me for a while, you get that kind of recap as well. So yes, let me know. I'm going to go to questions. So if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat now, all right? And yeah, all good. Let's see. So Helena, good morning, Helena. Helena wants to know where I bought my 2 mats. Okay, yes, so mats, this is a really good question, everybody. What type of mat to have is really important. With Pilates, we tend to use mats that are thicker because, as we all know from today, we do a lot of work through the spine, and you want to make sure that your spine is cushioned enough and is comfortable enough. So as you'll see, my setup, particularly for you guys here, is I actually double up my mats. So and these are some are international companies, some are British companies. So this mat is from a company called The Physical Company. They're a UK company. These are the mats I used to use when I was teaching live because they fold up. You can pop them in the cupboard, but they are quite thick, as you can see. I think this one's probably around maybe 8 to 10 centimeters, I think, something like that. In inches, that would be half an inch, something like that. It's very cushioned, very, very cushioned. And then the one on the floor below that is an aloe mat, ALO, which I think is an American company. That's more like a yoga mat, but it is a little thicker. It's got quite a nice cushioning. But I find when you're doing the rolling exercises, especially, and in my more regular classes, I do rolling in every session for those people who don't have any spine issues. You definitely need a thicker sort of mat. So there's those. And then recently, and I'll see if I can find it because I just got given this by somebody. Excuse me, going off screen for a moment. I got sent this, which I'm going to be filming with soon, which is a company called Cork Space. And Cork Space do these beautiful, I mean, it really is beautiful. I'll show you quickly. Mats, they're made of cork. which means they are sustainable. They're antimicrobial, which means you don't get any kind of fungal things on them or bacteria. They are biodegradable. They're eco-friendly. I'm saying all this. I don't get any percentage from them or anything like that. I just really genuinely love this mat, and it's cork like my floor here, so it's all sustainable. And that mat's like this. It's an extra wide mat, so you can see here. What's lovely about this is it's got in gold. It's lovely. It's got gold on it, but it's got alignment on it. So if you want to kind of stand with your feet on the same alignment, you can kind of look at the lines on your mat, which I find very good. But the only thing I would say with this is, again, it is thick. I'd say that's probably 6 to 8 millimeters. Something like that. I said earlier centimeters, didn't I? I meant millimeters. Yes, so this is probably, I reckon that's 4 to 6 millimeters, that one, which won't be enough if you're rolling. Be fine for everything else, but if you're rolling, you might want something thicker. So what I would suggest is go on to Amazon and have a look. There's loads and loads and loads of mats on there. If you can, try and buy something sustainable, because we all need to look after the planet, don't we, as well as our bodies. But you do want something that's got a reasonable thickness. 4 to 6 millimeters is not going to be enough if you are rolling. You want something much stronger than that. So I hope that helps, Helena. Let me know. Sarah Runnacles said she was getting adverts interrupting the session. I don't know why that is, Sarah, because I'm not set up to have adverts interrupting. So I will definitely look into that. That's very odd. I don't know why that's happening. But we'll look into that after the session today. I'm sorry, because we actually specify no ads during our sessions, because obviously it breaks up the flow, doesn't it, of what you're doing. So sorry about that, Sarah, but thanks for letting us know. I will definitely look into what's going on there. Linda Verney Thompson, good morning, Linda. Linda says, any tips for improving flexibility when doing the leg circles on your back? So Linda, yeah, the leg circles, they are really tough, aren't they? I would say with those, the important thing, Linda, is to really keep that neutral position, because that will help with your flexibility. Last week as well, Linda, you might want to go back and do last week's session, because last week's session was all about loosening up and creating more flexibility in the hamstrings. And really, flexibility, it does come from consistent practice, and it is very slow. I say that's not a problem, but all I'm trying to say is try not to put yourself under too much pressure, Linda. It will come. It's just going to be, for you, something you have to keep working on. And the flexibility, I'm assuming you mean by the extension of the leg. If you're talking about the kind of the movement in the hip, that again, it's something you just have to work on. Just do it little bit by little bit. Flexibility, unfortunately, like fitness, really, there's no quick answer. There's no quick route. There's no shortcuts. It's just about really doing it regularly. So I would go and look, Linda, maybe putting in between seeing each other live on the Fridays, maybe targeting sessions which are stretch related. So you could do your the one I did last week, the hamstrings one. I've got stretch videos. All of those have got hamstring stretches in. So anything with stretching would be good for you to add in. So that's what I would suggest. Wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look from the top. I want to say hello to everyone. So good morning to Yvonne Thorpe. Thank you very much for your donation, Yvonne, in sunny Belfast. Lovely to have you here with us today. Super. And then going down from there, I'm going to say hello to Margaret Quinlan. Hello, Margaret. Lovely to see you here. Thank you for your donation. Wendy Grantham, thank you. And Sarah Runicles, thank you for your donation. Ruth Enright, good morning. Thank you for your donation, Ruth. And Carlin Hawkgren, good morning, Carlin, in the USA. Lovely to have you here and to joining us in the UK. Super. Okay, and then from there, let's whiz down. Sarah Runicles says, looking forward to this. 2 long-haul flights in 10 days, but Pilates has really helped with jet lag and working out all the kinks. Oh, I know that feeling. You came to Singapore with me, Rachel, and Pilates gang. Wow, we've all been on a lovely little travels, haven't we? Lovely to have you back, Sarah. And how nice that you got to work out with me in Singapore. So yes, that sounds amazing. So yes, any of you, if you are working out in any unusual places or just at home and you follow me on Instagram, I'd love it if you could post a picture of yourself working out with me and tag me in at the Girl with the Pilates Mat, and I'll come back to you and I'll reply. Okay, so it'd be lovely to see where you do your workouts and how they all work. Super. Michelle Kobayashi. Hello, Michelle. Good evening. Michelle says, good evening from a very sunny Yokohama. I turned 61 in December, but thanks to you, Rachel, feel more like 36. I'm so excited for today's workout. Yay. Oh, well, that's wonderful, Michelle. Thank you so much for joining me. Lovely to have you here. I always think of all these beautiful kind of pictures of Japan, and at this time of year I'm probably out, but I think cherry blossoms in Japan. But love it. I'm so glad that you're feeling good in your body, so thank you for that. Cheryl Allen, hello Cheryl, thank you very much for your donation. And good morning, Susan Eisenbach, thank you for your donation and your lovely coffee emoji. And Carlin says, I was all ready to go on the mat at 5 a.m. yesterday, and then I realized it was Thursday. Really glad it's Friday. Carlin, oh my goodness, I love that. You're so on it. Love it. Kathy Freeman, good morning, Kathy in Berlin. Lovely to have you here. Good morning to Leslie Matin. Leslie says, good morning all, I've missed you. Haven't managed to get to a live session for several weeks, so very much looking forward to this. Well, that's wonderful, Leslie. And Leslie, am I right in thinking you're the wonderful woman that makes bagels on Friday? I don't know why, but I have that in my head, but it's lovely to have you back, Leslie. And thank you very much for your very kind donation, your generous donation. That's wonderful. Mary Campbell says, morning, everyone. How are you all? I'm on my first week of the Easter break. Yeah, because here in the UK, I think the schools break up today for Easter. And I think they're off for about 2.5 weeks, something like that. So I know that changes a lot of people's lives. If your mums, grandmothers, aunties, there's all kinds of stuff going on, aren't there, for the next couple of weeks. So I hope you get to work out with me next week. If you've got children at home or grandchildren visiting, get them to join in with the session. Why not? It's always fun to work out with the youngsters and see what happens. I do that with my nieces sometimes, and it's lovely. Margaret Scott, good morning, Margaret. Welcome and thank you for your donation. Yvonne Woodhouse says, belated happy birthday to you, Rachel. On holiday in Portugal now, so looking forward to today's session in the sun. Oh, that sounds lovely. I hope you have a lovely holiday, Yvonne. One of my nieces has just been to Portugal and said it was really glorious weather, like 20 degrees every day. So that sounds super. Mary Campbell, Mary, thank you for your donation, your lovely heart emoji. Right back at you. That's really sweet. Thank you. Lily Marr says, good morning, Rachel Cohen and Boo and all my Pilates buddies. Just in time to roll out my mat. The sun is finally out here on the Costa del Sol. Oh, that's wonderful. Judy Hogarth says, hello, my Pilates family. Hurrah, it's Friday. I'm sad today as a dear friend died 2 years ago and I miss her. Pilates helps me emotionally and I'm grateful. Hugs, Judy from Dorset. Oh, bless you, Judy. Look, I'm sending you all my thoughts and a big hug. I'm so sorry to hear about your friend, and I know how much people can be missed when they're no longer with us. So sending you lots of love, Judy. You look after yourself. And yes, doesn't it make you feel better? I think really that's the thing that I love most about our movement sessions together, is that we feel it's about feeling good in body and mind. And Pilates really is, certainly for me, an exercise method where you incorporate both. It's about treating people well, being kind towards people, and encouraging exercise, but also encouraging us all to just be a little gentler with ourselves. Because I think, I don't come from that school of exercise where everything has to be super tough and it has to hurt and it has to burn. There's no point in that. I don't believe in that. That just makes you feel bad. Okay. We want to feel good. So we're going to keep moving and we're going to challenge ourselves, but we're also going to make sure that we look after ourselves emotionally as well as physically. So that's what this channel is all about. And as you know, I mix things up. So today was very much a beginner's class because I wanted to help you all kind of get reconnected to what Pilates is all about. And I think what I'm going to do for you next week, I'm hoping you're going to like this, is we're just going to do what we did today, but step it up a little level. So it's going to be a kind of beginner's plus. So I'm going to bring in a few more exercises and then we're going to recap on some of the exercises we've done today. So you're going to get a bit of a progression from today, and hopefully that will really help with your learning. But don't be afraid to go in and check out the playlists that I've got. I've got lots of playlists on the channel. I've currently got the April playlist. So if you go in and look for that, it's called Spring into April. And it's 10 videos that I suggest you do this month. There's no particular way you have to do them or order. They're just 10 videos for you to choose from, which I'm hoping will make things a little easier for you. So you don't have to think, oh, what video do I do now? There's 10. Pick any one of those. If you like it, do it, repeat it. If you want to switch it out for something else, you can. But that's a kind of suggestion of things that we can do. Also, before I forget to let you know, I will have a new video out on Sunday. So I'm going to work just finishing up on that today, working on that today to get it out for you Sunday morning. And that will be Pilates for COVID recovery. So I've recorded a new workout in the new studio, the new location that I'm trying. And it's all it's lovely. It's a lovely location. It's a lovely workout. It's basically geared towards people who've had COVID. Your energy's really low, but you've been lying in bed a lot. You feel like you need to move, but you can't do anything too much. So that will be out on Sunday. It works for people with recovering from COVID, but also anyone recovering from an illness will benefit from that. It's a kind of just slow, gentle movement to get yourself going, okay? And hopefully now we're going to start getting these new videos out every week. That's the plan. And the other thing I did want to say is I know you will send me messages on the chat, and I'm really sorry if you haven't had a reply from me. I'm just finding it really difficult to keep up with all the messages now because I do get thousands of messages, and that's why I try and give you direct feedback on a Friday for those of you that are able to join me, because hopefully it means if you've got a burning question, you can, even if you just come to the chat, you can come to the chat, ask me the question and then go off on your day. But I feel it's at least a way we can interact directly. Okay. And I will try and get round to answering the messages. But as you can imagine, when I'm getting thousands, it's really difficult because I want to keep the videos going. So I'm kind of doing videos, doing editing, doing all the other things that I need to do for YouTube, and trying to keep on top of all of that. So I always do my best, and I always do appreciate you. So I hope you know that. Okay, so going down the chat, Joan Reddycam. Good morning, Joan. Lovely to see you. Coming down, Rona Stevens. Good morning, Rona. Lovely to see your name come up. Thank you for your donation. And see you soon. Helen Lee says, good morning, Rachel Cohen and Pilates Buddies. Sorry to miss the live. We're on holiday in a lovely sunny Scotland this morning. I shall catch up with the video next week. Oh, Helen, have a lovely time in Scotland. That's wonderful. I'm glad you're on holiday, getting that break. That's wonderful. Super. Helena says, hi, Rachel. I love your Pilates sessions. Thank you. And you were asking about my mat. So, we'll try and put some links in below. But places to look for mats, if you're in the UK, are the Physical Company. They have the thick Pilates mats. You can also, of course, look on Amazon. It's probably the easiest place to look because you get all the different brands on there. And yeah, I'll be talking more about mats in the future because I'm actually looking for sustainable mats because I want to try and do and wear and be more responsible for what I buy and what I talk about, and sustainability and is very important to me. So I'm buying more clothes that are sustainable. My leggings today, these lovely leggings, these lovely bright leggings I'm wearing are from a company called Girlfriend Collective. And they're all sustainable. They're made from plastic, recycled plastic, basically. So trying to do more stuff like that. So I will tell you more about that in the future, but that's kind of the idea. Linda Verney Thompson. Linda, thank you very much for your donation. That's very kind. Lovely to have you here. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the session. I can see Sarah's having problems with her advert, so I will chat to Kerwin afterwards and have a look into that technicality of that. Linda Verney Thompson says, morning from sunny Cotswolds. Any tips on improving the flexibility? Right, yes, with the leg circles. So Linda, to recap, for anyone wanting to improve their flexibility, it's about doing these exercise systems, these exercise videos on a regular basis. But if you want to target flexibility, go and look at my videos which talk about that. It'll be in the title, mobility, flexibility. They're the two things that we really want to work on, right? Last week's live was very much a flexibility focus because it was about targeting the hamstrings, so tight hamstrings, but also we talked about lazy glutes, which sounds like a weird expression, but it's basically about the fact that our hamstrings often overwork, which is why they get tight, Linda, and why they get stiff, and the glutes are not doing enough. So have a look at that one because I definitely think that's a good one for you. All right. Ruth Enright says, lovely to do beginners again and know what I'm doing after 2 fab years with Rachel. Thank you, Ruth. Really glad to hear that. Hannah says, hi, Rachel. I'll do this workout later because I'm late. Oh dear. I'd like to know where you get your outfits from. You always look beautiful working out. Oh, Hannah, how lovely of you. Thank you very much. So yes, I do get my outfits from different people, but at the moment what I'm doing, Hannah, is I'm trying to find new outfits to buy that are only sustainable. So you would have started to see some of my recent ones. There's a company called We Are Tala, so that's We Are and Tala, Tala. All their products are made from recycled plastic, and my goodness, they're so soft. So my lilac outfit, my yellow outfit, my brown outfit, I know with your videos, you will know what color outfits I've got for what video. All those more recent ones, they're all sustainable. So I'll have a chat to them. Maybe I should put something on Instagram about that, and then you can get the details and more information. But thank you and enjoy the workout later, Hannah. Anne from London says, happy belated birthday, Rachel. I see you had a wonderful day. Love the new branding. Oh, thank you very much indeed. That's really kind of you. And says, thank you again for a wonderful session. Really good to go back to the basics and realize how far I progressed. And exactly, isn't that great when you think, where you might have been when we first started together. That's why I love doing these beginners ones every now and then, because not only do they welcome new people into what we do, but they also remind you where you've come from. And suddenly, like Ruth was saying as well, Anne, suddenly it's like, oh yeah, I can do all of this. This is all fine. So give yourself a pat on the back, Anne, for all your progress. Well done. And thank you for the birthday wishes for last week. Linda Leeming, thank you for your donation, Linda. That's very kind. Linda says, happy belated birthday, Rachel. I hope you enjoyed your weekend break with Kerwin. Thanks for all your hard work. You're inspiring. Oh, bless you, Linda. Thank you very much indeed. We did have a lovely weekend. We were in London. We did all my favorite things. One of my favorite things is I love Shakespeare. I've always loved Shakespeare. I wanted to be a Shakespearean actor when I was younger. I've studied Shakespeare at a degree level. So we did go and see a Shakespeare play, which was wonderful. And if any of you get the chance to go to London, do go to the Globe Theatre. It's absolutely beautiful. I've been going there since it was built, but it was built actually by an American, Sam Wanamaker. And he has built a complete replica of what what a theatre in Shakespeare's time would look like, and you kind of experience it as you would have done if you were living in Shakespeare's time, and it's absolutely brilliant and great fun as well. Anyway, I digress slightly. Lily Mar says, I enjoyed today's workout. It's good to check in with the basics from time to time. Indeed, Lily, it is. Jennifer Coleman says, thanks, Rachel, for the class. It's nice to be back after a long time. Daylight saving has finished here in Australia, so the live class is at a much nicer time for us. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear, Jennifer. Alison Ellis says, good morning, Alison. Thank you for your donation. Great core works well, especially for those pesky roll-ups. My personal bet was up. I know, Alison, but hopefully they're feeling better than they were a year ago, I hope. But yes, thank you for your donation, Alison. As always, lovely to have you here. Carlin says, love the class. I love beginners classes so I can focus on my technique or breathing, or just remind myself of the right way to do an exercise, like keeping my hands on my thighs, on the chin roll up. Exactly. Wonderful, Carlin. I'm so glad that you feel that. That's super. Karina Perry says, hi from Mallorca. Are you sure that was a beginner class? I was challenged, but maybe it's because I've been doing mostly standing. Also, it's hard work to do it slow, isn't it? Yes, it is, Karina. With Pilates, as with all exercise, actually, the slower you do it, the harder it is, because you're having to use a lot more muscular control as well as a lot more concentration. And that's what I love about the exercise, is that the more you slow it down, the harder it is. So, and it's a really good point you've made, Corina, because even though you said, was that a beginner class? It was beginner in that it was the introductory exercises, but with Pilates, beginner never means easy. You know, because we're kind of learning a discipline, right? We're learning the way to do a movement. And that's the difference with Pilates. It's not just the movement, it's learning the technique of the movement, the breathing pattern, the choreography of the movement, the attention to detail. All of that makes the exercise so much harder. But what it does show, Corina, is that you're really concentrating and you're really in tune with your body, because it did feel challenging. So that's good. That's fantastic. So well done. And from London, thank you very much for your donation. Much appreciated. Margaret says, Margaret Scott, good morning, Margaret. Really like this basics. Roll down at the end was easier than the beginning. Good. That's exactly what we want, Margaret. Because of arthritis in the lower back, I find it difficult to sit up straight for some exercises. Any suggestions? So, Margaret, the main suggestion with that is bending your knees as much as you need to be able to get into an upright position. often with the arthritis, obviously I don't know what type of arthritis you've got. If you've got an osteoarthritis, generally just what happens is the muscles in the back get weak. Yeah, because they tend to get into a sort of a stiffer position, a fixed position, and then it becomes harder to sit up. So for anyone who kind of feels that, the main thing is when you're trying to sit up, what we're trying to do is strengthen the muscles rather than hurt the spine. So as long as you don't have any conditions that make being straight a problem, if it's arthritis, it's actually good to do this because we're strengthening the muscles. But have the knees bent, hold on to the knees, Margaret, or you can even let the knees drop out. Anything you can do to be able to get upright, because what we want to do is strengthen the muscles down the side of the spine here, and sitting up in that position, that's what it does. Okay, so hopefully that tip helped you there, Margaret. Linda Moon has a question. Linda says, when we do cat-cow, you remind us to have the inside elbow joints facing each other. That does not come naturally to me. May I ask why it's important? Thanks very much. That's such a good question. Okay, Linda Moon. Yeah, the reason I say that, I'm just going to scroll up because I know it's time is nearly up. So the reason I say that is because I don't want people in this position. It's about trying to get your shoulders right. So let me try and explain that a bit better for you, Linda. So if I don't do it like this, I've got hyperextended elbows. So can you see, if I just don't position my elbows, can you see that it looks rather odd? The joint looks rather odd there. Okay, and also my shoulders are not in the right position. If I turn my elbows in, I've now created a more stable position through my arm. You'll probably see the difference in the muscles here. I'm hoping you can see the difference. So it corrects that. That is actually the way our arms are supposed to go, if that makes any difference. As you can see, my arms don't do that naturally. My arms, look, I'm very hyper extended. And I do have come across many times in my live classes. So this is people I've looked at, hundreds of thousands of people I've looked at in teaching, and it's getting that position is key to being able to stabilize through the shoulder. Okay, but with this is, Linda, if you find that uncomfortable, then don't do it. All right, because we have to work with our own physiology. But the ideal is if you can have the elbows inside of the elbows, that's the crease of the elbow facing inwards on that, it gives you a good stable position. All right, but as always, you must adapt to what works for your body. So I hope that answers your question. Okay. All right, so just whizzing down. Leslie Mattin. Sorry, wrong Leslie. I've never made bagels. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Leslie. I know there's a Leslie somewhere that makes bagels, but that's okay. I've never made bagels either, Leslie. But lovely to see. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. Stephanie Langton says, morning. Thank you for another great session. Carlin likes the idea of the progression next week, so that's really good. We'll definitely do that. So next week is going to be progression of today, beginners plus, we're going to call it. All right, so it's going to take you on a little bit further, be a little bit more challenging. Joan Redicam says, extensive explanation of exercises throughout is lovely and so helpful. Grateful for you to keep us moving. Super, super, super. All right, so I'm going to whiz down to the bottom because I know that time is up. Julie Hunt, hello Julie, thank you for your donation. Julie says, thank you Rachel for a beautiful class. I hope you had a wonderful break in London. It was my birthday yesterday, 55 years young. Many blessings. Well, many blessings to you, Julie, and happy birthday for yesterday. That's wonderful. I hope you had a lovely day, Julie, and lots of treats. Okay, Caroline Ford, thank you very much for your donation this morning. Tiona in France, hi Tiona. Tiona says, great session, Rachel. Thank you. Good to do the classic Pilates on those days when your body and mind is feeling grey, just like our horrible, rainy, windy weather here today in southwest France. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, it's the same here, Tiona. I hope it gets better for you. Caroline Ford, hello Caroline, thank you very much indeed for your donation this morning. And I'm just coming to the end, but I want to say a big hello to Isabel Ball. Hello Isabel. Isabel says, morning Rachel, my first live session and I so enjoyed it. Thank you and welcome Isabel. Going back down, Trish Collier. Trish Collier says, I just started watching you, but getting on the floor is a no-go at the moment. Okay, Trish, that's fine. Then if you can't get down on the floor, do my standing workouts. They would be best for you. Okay. Lily Mar says, I'm so happy to hear about your lovely birthday. Yeah, it was amazing. I think it's been my best birthday yet. But there we go. All right, everyone. Love you all dearly. It's time to go. Boo's actually in the room, but I'll see if I can get her to come and say hello. Boo Boo, you come and say hello to everyone. There's a good girl. Here she is. Here's our baby. This is our lovely Boo. There she is. I know lots of you like to see Boo. She's not always here now because she goes to doggy daycare on a Friday. Do you want to say hello to everybody? Little wave of the paw. Good girl. So I'll be back same time next week. Okay, so 10 a.m. next week, we'll do Beginners Plus next week. And in the meantime, do go check out my next video on Sunday, my Pilates for the hamstrings from last week, because it's a really good one for anyone who's got tightness in their hamstrings and their lower back. And don't forget, also, I've got a trailer out, a new channel trailer. So go and have a look at that too. All right, so it's bye from me, bye from Boo, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. You're right, Boo. Do you want to say goodbye? Bye-bye, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.